Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we are completely demystifying the modern AI creation process, taking it from a totally blank page all the way to a rendered masterpiece. We're not just playing around with gimmicks here. We're looking at exactly how top creators use artificial intelligence as a full-blown production studio. Okay, let's just go ahead and debunk a massive myth right off the bat. The secret? It's not about picking the perfect AI tool. Actually, it's all about the simple, structured script guiding it. As IntelliMo AI points out, if your input is vague, your output is going to be super generic. The real magic? It literally starts with the written word. So, here's our agenda for today. This explainer is going to be a chronological masterclass. We'll cover writing winning AI scripts, mastering 7 essential prompts, generating consistent visual assets, animating motion and dialogue, and finally, editing your masterpiece. Section 1, Writing Winning AI Scripts. The absolute foundation of AI production. Because writing for AI requires clear, intentional instructions rather than just abstract creativity. Now, IntelliMo AI gives us the super simple 4-step mental model to make sure your script flows logically. You really want to avoid the AI spitting out disjointed, confused visuals, right? So you start with a hook to instantly stop the scroll, drop the context right away, deliver your core value, and then end with a really clear action. Because honestly, AI tools are way better at executing structure than they are at raw creativity, so giving them this predictable flow is non-negotiable. And this brilliantly illustrates why human storytelling is still absolutely required if you want to stand out from generic AI content. Kind of like how Africa Amaze meticulously breaks down scenes from West African oral traditions. Think about it. Let's say we're creating a children's story. We wouldn't just type "make a cartoon" into the prompt box, right? No way. We'd manually write out a specific, heartfelt narrative. Imagine a story where Sunny the Star wakes up with a big sparkle, flies down to the colorful forest, and helps his friend Benny the Bunny find a lost carrot. Writing that core story out manually ensures your final piece actually has a soul. Moving on to Section 2, Mastering 7 Essential Prompts, translating those scripts into camera action. With our Sunny the Star script locked in, we move to prompting. As the Tao Prompts channel shows us, this should be surprisingly simple and highly intentional. These are literally the only 7 prompt styles you need to sit in that AI director's chair and control exactly what happens in a scene. For instance, using a cinematic prompt, you could tell the AI to zoom in on Benny the Bunny crying, or use a timestamp prompt to perfectly sequence Sunny flying down into the forest during those first 3 seconds. You are totally in control here. Now, if there is one absolutely crucial takeaway here, it's the anchor prompt. You have to constantly remind the AI of vital visual details it can't see in the current frame, like explicitly mentioning the red embers and ash on an orc's face so it doesn't randomly morph. If we're animating our guy Sunny the Star, our anchor prompt has to be something like a bright yellow star with a big sparkle and a smiling face. You've got to remind the AI of this in every single shot, or else Sunny might just suddenly turn into a regular human boy or a square box. Actually, scratch that, I've seen it turn characters into pure chaos, so anchor prompts are a lifesaver. Then we have negative prompting. This is basically telling the AI exactly what not to do. When the system starts hallucinating things you definitely don't want, negative prompting acts as your rapid eraser. Since our Sunny the Star adventure takes place in the bright, cheerful, colorful forest, we'd use negative prompts like no dark clouds, no scary monsters, no realistic lighting, just to make absolutely sure the AI keeps that vibrant, magical tone going. Okay, Section 3, Generating Consistent Visual Assets, Preventing the Dreaded Character Drift. To actually achieve that consistency, we have to lock down the physical look of our world before we ever try to animate it. The Africa Amaze creators strongly advise using an image-to-video workflow for this. Look, if you use pure text to video, your characters are just going to shapeshift from frame to frame. But by generating static images first, like establishing the exact look of Benny the Bunny and those glowing trees in the colorful forest, you lock in that visual identity way before you introduce any motion. And you don't even have to generate from scratch every single time. You can use modular packs from RGS Dev, stunning backgrounds from Pixel True, or identity locking tools like Consistent Character AI. I mean, this is a total game changer. You upload just one image of your main character and the AI can output them in literally any pose or expression. That ensures our little hero, Sunny, always looks exactly like Sunny, whether he's looking behind trees, under flowers, or peeking inside tiny caves. All right, Section 4, Animating Motion and Dialogue, bringing static scenes to cinematic life. Let's dive into the really fun part. As the AI Master Channel shows us, the secret to a true cinematic feel is adding a subtle motion layer to your image before you even touch lip syncing. You really don't want a frozen photo with just a moving mouth. It's super jarring. Instead, you prompt for some gentle breathing or a slow camera drift first. Once you've injected that subtle life into the shot, that's when you apply the dialogue. And as you'll see here, this brilliantly illustrates the massive breakthrough of Kling 3.0. This tool natively handles overlapping dialogue for up to 4 people perfectly synced without having to export to a timeline. So think back to our story. Sunny says, "Let's check over there. Do you see the carrot?" And Benny excitedly interrupts him with, "Yay, thank you, Sunny." Older tools would completely break trying to sync 2 mouths at once, but Kling 3.0 maps separate audio tracks right onto separate faces in the exact same frame. It creates these completely natural, overlapping conversations. Just as a quick aside for anyone testing the waters, free tools like Minimax and Google Image FX pack a massive punch. They offer daily free credits, so you can totally practice dialing in your anchor prompts and testing out character emotion without draining your wallet. Which brings us to Section 5, editing your final masterpiece. Assembly, polish, and publishing. Let's see how it all comes together. 500. That is the exact number of text characters Kapwing recommends for a script if you want to generate the perfectly paced 30-second social media clip. So if we look back at our Sunny the Star script, from him waking up, to finding Benny, to locating that lost carrot on the little hill and waving goodbye, keeping the text right around that 500-character sweet spot ensures the pacing is fast enough to keep little explorers totally engaged from start to finish. No dragging whatsoever. Platforms like Kapwing really do eliminate traditional editing bottlenecks. They instantly map your script to royalty-free B-roll and auto-generate subtitles right in your browser. You can throw down some upbeat background music, trim out the awkward silences, and, this is the crazy part, translate the dubbing into over 40 languages. That means our Sunny the Star adventure can be instantly localized, sharing a message that teamwork makes everything shine with kids all over the globe, literally in just a few clicks. So what does this all mean for us? Well, high-end studio capabilities are now practically free and fully accessible straight from your browser. The only limitation left? It's just your imagination. You know exactly how to structure the script, lock in the visuals, direct the virtual camera, sync overlapping dialogue, and polish up the final cut. The tools to build entire worlds are literally right at your fingertips. So what story are you going to tell? Thanks for hanging out with me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.